Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
How many fucking days they sat on that deck and watched my girl play in the yard? It was nothing. And I would have given everything. Everything.
You thought they were gonna give her everything, and they gave her absolutely freaking nothing, honey.
Then they gave them my most precious gift. This is how the system fails.
You know what? You got a whole army behind you, sister.
We're not going anywhere!
Dozens filling the sidewalk and streets on a wet Canada day.
We know you're in the back of the house now.
Demanding the eviction of Donald Dupuis, a convicted child sex offender currently living in the same apartment complex as his alleged victim.
You guys have to leave! Go on the boulevard!
The group have been here for days. Tensions rise in Canada Day after they were asked to leave.
Give information, you need to stand down. You need to see the resident that lives here. Who the hell are you?
Earlier in the week, a woman shouts from a balcony. Protesters tell City News that's Dupuis' girlfriend. The crowd is from the group People vs. Predators. They've also been camped out in front of Wade Steen's mother's home in Edmonton. Steen is accused of kidnapping and sexually assaulting an 8-year-old girl in March. After weeks of protests, his bail was revoked and he returned to custody.
Steen out of court.
Thursday morning, the protests continued, but this time outside the courthouse.
The system has failed the children. The village will pick it up.
Come on out, Dom.
And often what they're trying to achieve is, they want some kind of justice. They usually mean they want the person kind of locked up.
Police have labeled both men as high-risk offenders. The group tells City News they will remain protesting until Steen is behind bars and Dupuis moves out of his apartment complex away from his victim.
Come on, Donald! I'm outside the window, Donald. Come on, Donald!
RCMP says the St. Albert protests have been peaceful so far. Though they knew the accused would not be physically in court, his lawyer representing him by video stream, their message was for the justice system as a whole.
Push to demand that the justice system acknowledge the communities and their concerns, as they should.
The group formed after police in Edmonton warned of an accused sex offender being released on bail, with protests soon forming. The legal
Five
field
top
has
cards
snapped
showed
with
up,
these
but
protests
once
custody,
the police realized that
decided to
over
protest
that
outside of
they
other
are
vigilantism.
What do you think when you hear the name People vs. Predators? For me, initially, it made me think of those old Dateline NBC stings where pedophiles were lured to a home and then arrested by police. However, People vs. Predators here in Alberta, well, they aren't about setting a sting to catch pedophile in the act. In fact, they aren't pedophile hunters at all. What they are doing is using existing legal tools and the framework within the legal system, specifically how suspected pedophiles and suspected child killers qualified to be out on bail, to then have their bail revoked so that these people are sent back to prison. And there's no shortage of suspected predators for them to try to put back in jail because the coronavirus is making bail pretty easy to get these days. The media has called them vigilantes.
Some in the legal field have concerns these protests border on vigilantism.
But as you'll see, they are anything but vigilantes. They don't want to take the law into their own hands, and they're completely nonviolent, often standing silent vigil. What they're doing is using the law as it exists now to get the job done. Just watch. Tell me about Wade Steen.
So Wade Steen kidnapped and assaulted a young girl that lived in his community. He was arrested and then shortly after released on bail back into the exact same community that he offended in, with the young girl living very close, within a block or two, as well as a school and a park that was about half a block away from his residence, and he lived on the corner, so all of the community children and neighbors would have to pass by to get to that park and school. And so when we found out about that, we decided to start petitioning to have his bail revoked. And that's when the protesting and everything started. He actually revoked his own bail prior to us getting the petition out. And we tore down the protest and went home. But then we found out a couple days later that the surety that he was living with was moving, and so we figured that he would be requesting bail again once the surety was able to move to a new neighborhood and they would be able to stay comfortably. So we wanted to make sure that didn't happen, because we also were aware that the new neighborhood was directly across the street from a playground, a highly active playground, surrounded by, again, young families and communities, and again in close proximity to where he offended. So we started to put together a petition to have his bail denied should he request it again. And we collected signatures in the community he offended in, as well as the community he would be released back into, as well as some other people around Edmonton and surrounding communities signed the petition. And we submitted that to the Crown Prosecutor about a week before his court. He did request bail, and it was denied.
Dozens filling the sidewalk and streets on a wet Canada day.
We know you're in the back of the house now.
Demanding the eviction of Donald Dupuis, a convicted child sex offender currently living in the same apartment complex as his alleged victim. Sexual interference of a child, assault causing bodily harm, and intimidation.
You guys have to leave. Go on the boulevard.
The group have been here for days. Tensions rising Canada Day after they were asked to leave.
Given permission, you need to stand down. From who? You need to from who? Resident that lives here. Who the hell are you?
Earlier in the week, a woman shouts from a balcony. The group tells City News they will remain protesting until Steen is behind bars and Dupuis moves out of his apartment complex away from his victim.
This man, Damon Starrett, had assaulted his 1-year-old son and 4 or 5-year-old daughter. And as a result of that, the 1-year-old son did pass away. He was charged in November. He was released on bail in April. At Father's Day, he breached that bail. That was reported. He was let out again the next day or the same day on another bail. And has again remained in that household. And the victims are living within a 2-kilometer radius of that surety. And of course, they're hiding because they don't want the offender to know where they're living. You have a little girl who's afraid to go to the park. So we got the petition out. We started collecting signatures. We had a huge success. With over 1,000 signatures, we wrote up a nice summary letter. We did a nice little live video standing in front of the Crown Attorney's office in Fort Saskatchewan the morning that we submitted the petition, which was the day before he had court. It was frustrating to see them give so much false information in an attempt to deter us from submitting community concerns regarding a murderer in their community. Our next big project is a victim flying out from BC. We're going to be standing next to a victim who is a minor who has asked us to be her voice, and we're going to be protesting outside of her offender's house. And this is the first opportunity that she has had to confront her offender. And so we're picking them up on Sunday at the airport, and we will be there for, I believe, 4 days straight.
Here we are waiting for Rose and the kids, and they are coming in. We have our sign, we have Grandma.
So excited to be able to help this young girl. It's going to be an emotional day.
It will be an emotional day, that's for sure.
Got the bikes roaring waiting for us. I love it.
We're gonna wait for her to come out.
I missed you. Oh, I missed you so much.
I'm feeling all warm and fuzzy right now. How are you? We got your bag.
Laura, this is my dad. rock this. Hey guys, thank you. Thank you.
We're all here to support you, ladies. This is Roseanne, Mom. Bethany is the girl that we are here standing strong with. I thank you all so much for coming. I can't thank you enough. Thank you. We're gonna do this upright. Barbecue at the park. We're feeding all of you. Oh yeah! Yeah!
And Saber.
You to be our escort is the biggest honor we could ask right now. Let's go get this.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your day-to-day to do this.
Mike, your crew.
All right, guys. Like I said, if everybody doesn't know me, I'm Mike. Anyway, thanks a lot for coming. It really does mean a lot. Obviously, we're here for this one here. And we'll park up there. We got a barbecue for you guys, water, drinks, everything like that. And if you're no obligation to stay, I appreciate for you guys to all come out and be safe. And thank you. So with that, let's mount up.
Very.
Just gotta sit right in real deep, eh? Where are you, Barry?
Barry, hold it back.
You're a
Shame!
fucking
You don't deserve to say your name.
You want to alter forms to fucking take in money? You can go do that. But you took my child and you tried to break. Who gave the child up? Did I?
Okay, let's not focus on that. We're here for the sexual interference on a child. Sexual contact on a child.
Do you know that on the stand, she testified,
secondhand said,
Bullshit! You're convicted!
You're a coward.
You're
Barry.
convicted and you stand as a man of God.
Your whole neighborhood knows what you've done.
My ass! How
Every single neighbor. Your whole church, Christ City Church, knows what you've done.
they do! We'll be heading there. Guess what?
They're here with us today. You'll see people from Christ City here.
Oh,
yes, you will.
You're not allowed.
Did you understand that you did sexual interference on a child, sexual contact on a child? You're a sick individual, sir.
Is she supposed to be not supposed to be within 100 meters of you? That whatever. That means if the cops come, you get arrested.
Big man now, are you, hey?
Harry.
Big man now, hey?
Harry.
Big man.
Why did you do sexual interference on a child? You're innocent. You were proven guilty in a court of law. You served your
Innocent.
There's no innocence
How
anymore.
are you innocent?
And we're past that point. Now it's time to pay.
It ain't gonna be up there with your God. Nope. You're going straight to hell, bud.
Anyways, we're having a community barbecue to let everybody know that you're here and what you've done. Would you like to come? You can cram a hot dog down your throat.
A lot of wiener
That's
over
what
there.
Big Bubba's gonna do once you get in there.
Oh, Barry.
Hi, I'm
You're going to hear a lot of my voice for the next few days.
True story.
I'm going to introduce myself right now. My name is Zach. I'm one of the admins for PvP. So if you want to come out,
Exactly what you are.
We'll have coffee every morning if you want, because I guarantee I'm going to be here 24 hours a day. I got no life. I'm unserved, brother.
Me and him both, man. Got nothing better to do.
I'll amen to that.
Your wife's going to hate you by the end of this week.
Yeah, maybe she does.
Oh, she's just as bad as him if she's still with him after.
Can you tell us your side there, Barry? If you want to plead your innocence, we'd all love to hear it. We would love to hear it. How many, Barry?
How many people do you take in and are supposed to protect?
How many other victims, Barry?
How many people have you touched at the church,
How many, Barry?
Ooh.
How many people have you, little boys, have you touched in that church?
Ooh.
You realize?
You realize?
Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do realize what we're doing. We're standing up against.
This is a peaceful protest.
We're standing up against a convicted pedophile
On public property.
on public property.
A sexual offender.
So don't you sit there and be little out with your Christian values and views.
See this crowd? Tomorrow it'll double.
You can't
And then the next day we'll triple it.
Your God cannot protect you or whatever you believe in.
I mean, I won't say worse for us.
No
it's
offense,
worse
no.
for him.
Worse for him. Oh yeah.
No, it's not
Barry,
really.
we'd love to hear your innocence.
True Christians don't step outside of their marriage, let alone to a child.
There. Preach.
Amen.
Preach.
Not ever.
You are a disgusting human, Barry, and you know it.
Yeah.
You just entered the church of
Yeah.
PvP, my friend.
I know I'm right. Thank you for saying it.
Judgment day has come.
Oh.
At least you aren't denying it.
How many, Barry?
Oh.
Oh, how many victims?
Piece of
Barry?
shit.
You can't count how many victims.
Piece of
How many
garbage.
victims, Barry?
You can't count how many victims.
You're a liar, Barry.
Now just come out with it.
Liar.
We'll have every kid.
Say the number.
Where's your proof? It was proven in a court of law.
You're convicted.
I'll go print it off for you if you want.
You are a sexual offender.
Listen to her. You look at her. You listen to her. Quiet. Push the button.
A voice from the victim.
You put your hands on me while watching a TV away from me, and I wish you fucking could. I wish you could take back that night, and I bet you wish you could too. I remember the show we were watching. I remember every word you said to me. And I remember running to my room so fucking scared of you.
Oh, there's your wife. Tell her what you did. Come say hi.
How can you crawl into bed?
You will not silence her.
Unbelievable that you protect him. How dare you?
In my eyes, you guys are cowards.
Like I told my wife, if I had any idea you guys would have done this to her, I would have climbed every fucking mountain with her on my back and struggled as much as I had to. You guys were supposed to give her better. And you fucking fed her to a monster, Helen. And I hope you rot in hell. How do you even want to breathe? That's okay, you can hide, we're not going anywhere.
Hide all you want, you'll still
We're not going anywhere. You're not shutting us up.
You're done, bud.
How dare you?
You're done, bud.
Judgment Day, bud.
You're done, bud! Fucking goof. We don't like you in our city!
Not in our neighborhood. And don't even try to run to Penticton either.
Guys, we'll go to Penticton too.
Oh, yeah.
We're everywhere now.
Oh, yeah. That's a good drive. I love cruising. That's a great drive.
Penticton's really nice. I have a friend who owns a hotel there.
Reruns for all.
Sounds like a nice vacation.
Hey, Barry. 6 o'clock every morning, I'm going to say, it's me again.
Or yeah.
Hi, Barry.
Smile.
Cheese.
Good shot, buddy. You like diddling little girls, eh? I don't need a megaphone to tell you you're a freaking goof. Yeah. Yeah, keep talking. Now talk. I want to hear you. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. No, I'm not using a megaphone. Talk to me. I'm not using a megaphone. Talk to me.
A word in edgewise and everybody's screaming.
Okay,
don't stop.
Okay, everybody shut up. Let's hear you.
What is it you want?
We want you to go. You're a sex offender.
You gotta go.
We want
Why
you
you
to
denying it in front of
admit
you? Why
what
you
you
denying it in front of
did.
her?
You've been charged and convicted
We
of
know this.
sexual
We got
interference on a
paperwork.
minor and sexual contact on a minor. If that's not a sexual offender, I don't know what in God's name is.
Yeah, we know what you see. We're not leaving anywhere. You can call the police all you want.
You've been convicted of touching a
The court of laws
child.
have said that you're convicted.
You better start packing. You're going to move out of here soon, bud.
Enjoy your days while in here, goof.
You might want to leave.
Goofy, goof, goof. I hope you do the walk of goof. Goofy house.
Down the hallway of goof.
Whenever you take a shit on your goofy toilet,
Come join us, everybody. We're out here at the park. Community barbecue. Everybody's welcome.
If you want to come cram that hot dog down your throat, we'll be in the back.
Slow
We're here.
down. It's
Where's my megaphone?
pretty quiet here. We got camp set up. We're staying. We're not going nowhere. We're dealing with this now.
He needs this one.
We got. I don't. Sorry. We got a lot of signatures today. Oh, look.
This guy.
Here he
This
is.
guy.
Goof.
Fuck this goof.
Goof.
Barry Odenbach will burn in hell.
Want to thank everybody for coming out today and signing the petitions for Curtis, coming out and supporting us. We're doing it for these guys, you know? For these guys. Because these guys matter. These guys are the ones, you know? Save the children. We're going to be here till Thursday, guys. Come on out. We're here all day tomorrow as well. Judgment Day. Thank you, everybody, for coming out today. Like I said, we're here till Thursday. Come on out, support. Come out and support this wonderful survivor over here. She used her voice today. She confronted her attacker. It was some pretty powerful stuff, I tell you. So come on out. We're here.